Think back for a second. What comes to mind when I say outdoor kitchen? Probably a lonely, standalone grill, maybe a blinding security floodlight glaring down on you, and that exhausting back-and-forth marathon of running inside because you forgot a spatula or a cold drink. Well, actually, scratch that. That whole setup, it is officially out. What's in? We're talking full appliance suites, gorgeous layered lighting, and true unwalled permanence. The era of the lonely patio grill is officially over here in San Diego, and a massive shift has completely taken its place.
Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here with us right now because we are doing a deep dive into the blueprint that is literally defining 2026 San Diego outdoor kitchen trends. We're going to unpack this huge shift that is completely transforming local homes. Seriously, homeowners aren't just treating the backyard like an afterthought or a nice little accessory anymore. It's becoming a primary living space, and the outdoor kitchen, it's the absolute star of the show.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our blueprint for today. We'll kick things off with the unwalled kitchen era, then we'll explore layouts in form, function, and fire, and check out some amazing visual trends in architecture and ambience. After that, we'll get into the hard financial reality and budgeting your backyard, and finally, we'll map out the exact steps in from blueprint to reality.
All right, part one, the unwalled kitchen era. Like I mentioned, the backyard is no longer just a bonus area, it is a core part of the home.
So what exactly is an unwalled kitchen? Basically, it's a fully functional second kitchen designed for absolute permanence and complete integration with the home's architecture and interior aesthetic. And you know, I really want you to emphasize that word permanence in your head. We aren't talking about wheeling a little prep cart out onto the patio. No way. This is a fundamental reimagining of a home's entire footprint designed to completely erase the boundary between the inside and the out. It's about creating one cohesive, expansive space.
Now, what's really interesting about this data is just how huge this trend is right now. According to the latest NKBA market report, homeowner investment in full outdoor kitchens has spiked by nearly 30% since 2023 alone. People are voting with their wallets, right? This isn't just some passing fad. It's a massive structural change in how Southern Californians are living, dining, and entertaining at home.
Moving right along to Section 2, Form, Function, and Fire. This is where we get into the nuts and bolts of the layouts and those heavy-duty appliances.
The secret sauce, the reason these new spaces work so perfectly, all comes down to the outdoor work triangle. We are literally taking those core, tried-and-true indoor design principles and making them completely mandatory outdoors. Designers are meticulously planning out that classic sink to fridge to cook surface triangle. They're carving out dedicated prep zones with huge landing spaces right next to the grill. Why go to all this trouble? Well, the absolute goal, whether you're up in Rancho Santa Fe or right down in La Jolla, is to eliminate the need to ever run inside. The space has to be 100% self-sufficient.
And hey, to be self-sufficient, you need serious cold storage. It's just a fact. Data from the Pure San Diego showroom reveals that over 60% of their 2026 outdoor kitchen packages include at least 2 forms of refrigeration. Think about that. An outdoor kitchen without proper heavy-duty refrigeration simply isn't a kitchen. Built-in under-counter fridges, freezers, and dual-zone wine coolers that can actually handle the intense San Diego summer heat? Those aren't fancy upgrades anymore. They are the new baseline.
And this brilliantly illustrates how the standard grill is no longer the only star of the show. With this new level of permanence, we're seeing specialty cooking totally go mainstream. We're talking high-performance wood-fired pizza ovens from killer brands like Gosney and Alpha Built straight into the masonry. Plus, you've got power burners for woks, massive flat-top griddles, and even Argentinian-style parillas. It really reflects this growing desire for an incredibly versatile cooking experience right in your own backyard, which is a trend taking off like wildfire, especially in family-oriented neighborhoods like Encinitas.
All right, let's jump to Section 3, Architecture and Ambiance. We're moving away from those purely industrial looks and into some truly sophisticated visual designs.
So that bright, shiny, minimalist aesthetic we saw for the last decade? Yeah, that is officially over. Bright stainless steel and busy granite patterns are being totally replaced by dark, earthy tones and literally indestructible sintered stone. We're talking gorgeous, powder-coated stainless steel cabinets in rich colors like charcoal, bronze, or even olive green that convincingly mimic high-end indoor luxury. And for the countertops, ultra-compact, UV-resistant materials like Dectin and Neolith are completely taking over. They offer unbelievable resistance to thermal shock and sun fading while looking absolutely flawless.
Now, remember that glaring, awful security floodlight we joked about earlier?
That is strictly a thing of the past. Today, contractors are integrating a really smart, layered lighting strategy right from day one. You get focused task lighting directly over your prep zones so you can actually see what you're chopping. Then, you've got these warm 2700 Kelvin ambient sconces or pendants that create this gorgeous, welcoming glow for dining. Add in some low-voltage landscape lighting to give the whole yard a sense of depth, and wow. It's all about mirroring interior lighting strategies to create a super inviting, all-day ambience.
But of course, to protect these incredible investments, permanent covered structures are becoming totally essential. Things like louvered pergolas and solid roof pavilions literally create a true, distinct outdoor room. In San Diego, this is critical, right? Not just for shade against the intense midday sun, but also to protect those high-end appliances from coastal humidity and that salty marine mist. Plus, having a permanent roof structure means you can seamlessly integrate ceiling fans and that amazing layered lighting we were just talking about.
Okay, let's talk numbers in Section 4, budgeting your backyard. It's time to ground this incredible luxury dream in some actual, local financial reality.
So, I have to ask you this vital question. What does a custom San Diego outdoor kitchen actually cost? Now, just to be super clear, a simple prefab island with a drop-in grill might run you somewhere between $15,000 to $25,000. But what we've been discussing today, these fully custom builds with deep foundations, run utilities, and ultra-high-end finishes, well, that requires some much more serious budgeting. Let's move to the numbers and see how this builds out across different tiers, based on 2026 data from the Renology network. First up, the entertainer's patio. Think a 15-foot L shape with decked-in tops, a fridge, and a sink. That runs about $55,000. Step up a bit to the coastal kitchen, which is a 12-foot galley featuring specialized marine-grade cabinets and a wine cooler, and you're looking at right around $78,000. Then there's the full pavilion. This is the whole shebang. A 20-foot footprint with a brand new roof, a pizza oven, and dual fridges. That's going to push $120,000 and beyond. Oh, and a quick pro tip for you. Always add a 10 to 15% contingency budget, especially if you're tying new utility lines into an older home's systems.
Now, before you get total sticker shock, let's take a deep breath and look at the return on investment. According to the 2025 Cost versus Value report from Remodeling magazine, an upscale outdoor kitchen can recoup between 60 and 75% of its cost at resale in our region. That is huge! Furthermore, in highly competitive luxury markets like La Jolla or Del Mar, these unwalled kitchens, they aren't just a nice-to-have bonus anymore. They are expected features that drastically boost a property's appeal and effectively expand its livable square footage. Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, From Blueprint to Reality. Let's talk about the exact materials and steps you need to make this happen.
So the crucial point is really your material selection, especially if you live anywhere near the ocean. Proximity to the coast means you are constantly battling salt air corrosion and moisture. You absolutely must use impervious materials. There's just no way around it. That means strictly using 316-grade marine-grade stainless hardware, marine-grade polymer cabinets, powder-coated 304-grade steel, and highly dense countertops like honed quartzite or sintered stone. Taking these steps is what truly protects your massive investment from rusting out and degrading over time.
And finally, let's map out the timeline. Look, building a custom unwalled kitchen is a major construction project. It's not a weekend DIY. The initial design and materials phase takes about 4 to 8 weeks. And because we're talking permanent structures, underground gas lines, and electrical work, you almost always require city permits. That permitting process can eat up another 4 to 12 weeks. Then actual on-site construction is another 6 to 10 weeks. So add it all up, you really should be starting your planning at least 6 months in advance of when you actually want to sit down and enjoy the space.
So, I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to permanently erase the boundary between the inside of your home and the outside? Because the new unwalled kitchen is no longer just a fun addition, it is an essential, totally smooth extension of the modern San Diego lifestyle. It's about living larger, entertaining better, and making absolutely every square inch of your property work for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer today. Now go out there and start planning that dream backyard.